In Kenya's drylands, drought has always been the greatest hazard faced by livestock herding families. Modern pressures are making this situation worse. Since herders rely on livestock, the recent great animal losses have been devastating. Many pastoral communities are struggling. Science and research organizations have tried for years to help these communities improve their incomes. But the region is large, remote from urban resources, and underdeveloped, so traditional approaches have had little impact. My name is Andrew Mude.
So it's something which is new to them.
I lead a research team working to help herders manage the risks of drought. We're using state-of-the-art technologies to give them more options when the animals are in trouble. The situation for livestock herders in northern Kenya has worsened in recent decades. Populations are growing where water and grazing are available. But this is putting the land under pressure, with natural resources getting increasingly scarce. All these factors are worsening the impact of severe droughts, 4 of which occurred in the last 10 years. Resulting severe forage shortages are killing many livestock, leaving growing numbers of poor herder families unable to restock. With few jobs in the area, many are becoming dependent on food aid. For years, development organizations have tried to find ways to improve incomes in these areas. But remoteness from cities, long distances between basic facilities, poor infrastructure, and low and variable rainfall have prevented success.
So how is that going?
Against this background, a group of researchers from several countries came together in 2007.
To some extent, yes.
Some IBLI guys want to bring.
We were determined to help, but knew our solutions had to be radical. We believed we had to develop an insurance scheme for livestock kept in a pastoral setting. Though insurance is the most effective way to manage risk, poor, remote herding communities have never had access to insurance cover. To change this, we had to answer some basic questions. How would insurance companies verify animal deaths over such large areas? How could poor communities afford insurance premiums? We started by seeking a cheap method of assessing animal losses without having to verify their deaths. Knowing that when pasture remains poor for long periods, animals die, we searched for a way to evaluate the state of the pasture the animals were eating. We discovered we could take advantage of low-cost, accessible, and reliable data on pasture availability by tapping into existing satellite imagery of the Earth's surface. This provided high-resolution pictures of the state of vegetation on the ground.
So there is the arid lands data.
The pastoralist regions of Marsabit district in northern Kenya became the pilot site because unusually good historical data on livestock mortality existed for the area.
So this is using the latest, you've just added in the latest. So can we see the
With
graph?
this information, we could statistically match our readings of forage availability to records of animal deaths.
Yeah, 2010, yeah.
Okay.
Over here we have it goes quite.
Our resulting computer models indicated that satellite-based readings of forage availability can accurately predict average livestock losses within a target area.
Than it is in Marsabit.
So yeah, there's no.
The strength of this data link allowed us to design insurance contracts that would cover livestock losses by referring to satellite-generated assessments of forage.
That we estimate this index.
The next challenge was testing the insurance scheme among herding communities. To tackle the problem of educating the herders about insurance, we developed a game based on the pastoral production system.
In our game, one white sheep represents one cow, and one green sheep represents one sheep or goat.
In the game, players, our potential customers, face the choices they experience with their livestock during droughts. This helps them understand how insurance works, how losses could be minimized with insurance, and the conditions under which their new insurance policies would and would not pay out.
Mimi juaje mimi naona kwa wapi leo ndio miliona.
Lakini nachukua.
Mwambie yeye. Mimi ni mtu kila siku naitwa kwa simu. Ile tu. Babu furahi siku nyingine bila leo. Hii semina. Kwa sababu nitaeleza kwa sababu mimi hiyo kitu jana ile mali napewa sisi nakusha anabadilikiwa sisi mali nyingine. Na weseleza hawa na weseleza atachukua nafikiri itachukua.
Our next step was to make the insurance package commercially viable. This was a hurdle since no organization had ever managed to develop and pilot such insurance anywhere in the world. Fortunately, Equity Bank was already setting up infrastructure to deliver financial products in Marsabit and agreed to act as the insurance agent. UAP Insurance Company was then recruited to underwrite the risk, with Swiss Re providing reinsurance coverage. With all the necessary pieces finally in place, a pilot insurance product for Marsabit was launched onto the market in January 2010.
We are very happy that our animals are now being insured. You see, drought is coming after every 6 months, after 1 year. So we are in danger, and the only resource that we have is livestock, and they are dying in a very big number. So we are very happy. That's why you see the turn-up is good.
Ani horisini guddina oolan dhabe uchungun daga wedi sababu loon tokko baafadde wonni insurance baafadde immo loon takkachisini loon hedduu na okkaan loon hedduu 50 40 na okkoo danda'anii jedhin loon tokko oolaa yoo dhufte cufayyuu balleessani. Immoo loon tokko baafadhe uchunguun dhagaa'e waan suni na eetti na cungiti kanaaf fedha.
Previously, even people had shied away from banking industry in this area before Equity came in. And now when Equity came in, quite a number had already started to work with the bank. So when we bring in insurance for the livestock farmers, that product has really helped us even go out there and be able to talk to the pastoralists, even the ones who didn't believe about banking before. In the long run, we expect quite a number, even upwards of 70%, to be able to embrace this new product.
About 2,000 contracts were sold in the first month, and we think demand will grow. Of course, we need to evaluate results from the pilot, but already we have been asked to scale up the product across similar Kenyan districts and establish its viability in neighboring countries. We can now see this approach has huge potential for all the other herding communities who keep animals not only in this region, but in similar areas throughout Africa.